Hello guys, welcome to NameTech channel. My name is Nehemiah, and this is the last lesson, basically lesson 9 on pandas. We are going to discuss pandas plotting. But then before we begin, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and to the returning subscribers, thank you very much for your continuous support. So guys, basically pandas uses the plot method to create diagrams. And guys, basically you can use a pyplot submodule of the matplotlib library to visualize the diagram on the screen. Now guys, basically I want to show you an example how to import pyplot from matplotlib and visualize our data frame. And guys, basically this is the data sets, and the previous one that we've been using, these are duration parts, max parts, and the calories columns. So guys, basically this is what I'm gonna use in this tutorial. So what I do, let me write the codes to open it. Now the first thing you're going to do, you're going to import first of all the main library, which is pandas. Import pandas is pd alias pd, and then the other thing that we are going to import is the matplotlib. So we are going to say import matplotlib dot pyplot is a plt alias, or you can use any other alias name, but then plt is a default one. And then here let's now define our variable df. Then let me assign it to this to pd dot read underscore csv, and then guys, let me copy the file path for our csv, and then let me copy the file path, then let me paste it on our notebook. Then here let me ensure that I have a pair of backslash or a forward slash. I don't know the name, but then these slashes, that these ones, also here a pair of backslash or a backslash again, and then guys, let's now use the plot method now to visualize the diagrams, actually to create diagrams. It's gonna be df dot plot method plot dot plot, and then let's now visualize the codes here at the terminal with this matplotlib function plt dot show method, then a function. Then let me run the codes. So guys, basically this is how we can visualize this data frame. But then let's now discuss scatter plot. Now guys, basically if you want to scatter plot with the kind argument, then you're going to also include the scatter, the scatter argument there, statement like kind, then you are going to assign it to the scatter. And basically a scatter plot needs an x and a y axis. So I'm going to show you guys an example, and we are going to use the duration. This is a duration versus the calories to scatter that diagram. So guys, basically we are going to include the x and the y arguments, just like let me show you an example. So let me copy the codes here guys. Let me just copy the codes, and then let me paste it in this new cell. Let me paste it there, and then now guys, here I'm gonna do this. Let me add other arguments here. Let me say kind. I say that you use the kind if you want to scatter your your graph or your diagram. Kind, then let me assign it to scatter, just like that. Then you are going to specify the arguments actually for x and y. So for x, let's assign it to duration. Let's assign it to duration. Should be duration. And then for y, let me assign it to to what, to, it was calories, right? Calories, calories. And then what I do, guys, let me run the codes, and then guys, basically this is how you can do it. This is how you can scatter your diagrams. And then guys, I remember I told you that in the previous example, actually in the previous lecture, I told you that the correlation between duration in the calories was 0.9, and we concluded that basically whenever you have a higher duration, that means that a lot of calories is burned on your body. So basically when you work out so much, then basically the calories will burn up. So the scale is like this. So just by looking at this scatter plot, you just agree that it was a good correlation. So guys, let's now create another scatter plot where there is a bad relationship between the columns, just like the duration in the max pulse, and we discussed these stuffs in the previous tutorial. Basically it was 0.009, basically the duration versus the max pulse. So to do that, first of all guys, let me just copy the codes here. Let me just copy these codes, copy, and then to the new cell, let me paste it there. And then now guys, here I'm gonna use duration versus the max pulse. Basically let me show you duration versus the max pulse. So here, instead of calories, I'm gonna use max pulse. Should be max pulse. Then do it. Let me run the codes, and then guys, basically you can see how bad these our correlation is. So guys, basically this one you cannot predict. So guys, basically the last thing is the histogram. Now for histogram, we just use the kind argument to specify that you want a histogram. Basically kind, then you are going to assign it to a hist, and the histogram needs only one column, and a histogram shows the frequency of each intervals. Like you can have how many workouts lasted between 50 to 60 minutes. So guys, basically to draw that, let me give you that as an assignment, but then let me end this video here. I think you've gained something. Please consider subscribing, like, and share the video to your friends. Until next time, this is Nehemiah. Goodbye.